And we are in, I believe, fully live, fully vocal, and this will be a testament to the least great campaign ever. Just like to say, welcome back to Harp. Epps isn't here today, because, well, he's a colossal faggot.
Can we say that on Twitch?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can.
It's not the worst thing people have said over Twitch, let's put it that way.
It's not the worst thing, but this is also streaming on YouTube, so demonetization. Got it done in the first 10 seconds. So
I still say you should have let me rework the cards, because the shadows on the names don't fall right, and it's making the names blurry.
yeah, I might have to look into that a little bit more. But from that, I thought they looked good.
They look good in high resolution, but when...
Everything looks like potato in low resolution, though. But yeah, let's get started, shall we? Because I'm tripping over my words. We've got some people returning, some people unfortunately not. In this campaign, we are playing a game of superheroes using the hero system. The hero system is a pretty old system based off the champion system. It just became hero to be more ubiquitous and open.
I think basically before 5th edition, though, it was... Well, before 5th edition, it was so very different. And before 4th edition, I think it was basically a different system entirely. So I wouldn't say it's that old. As it is now, it's relatively recent.
Either way, it is probably one of the better systems on the market, the universal stuff. But it works super well with role-playing.
It's also like one of the oldest systems that still publishes, at least. Even if it's changed a lot.
Sporadically.
Yeah, but still. It's relatively modern.
Yeah, it is. I wouldn't disagree with you there. But it's more rooted in more old-school design philosophy, but philosophy of the game aside.
Yeah, where character creation is the hard mode.
Well, the entire game is ruthlessly complicated if you let it be.
Yeah, but the hardest part is just the basics.
It's got Shadowrun issues where you need a program to just do the character gen. Besides that, everything else is moderately difficult. Unless you're...
Honestly, I've had an easier time making hero sheets than Shadowrun.
Yeah, Shadowrun can be a bitch. It is a fun game though, Shadowrun. And both of these games have lots of D6s. Let's play the system real quick.
Buckets of dice!
Basic stat rolls and skill rolls operate on 3d6 rolling under a target number set by your stats and your skills. Stuff like damage and effect is typically rolled in multiples of d6s, depending on how much you bought for your power. This is a point-based system. You have to... Usually there's either counting up the result of it, or counting up the body of attack or effect, which we'll get into when we actually roll such. We are not running it in the champion setting. This is Project Vigil. This is an entirely custom setting, and to give the earnest viewers a primer so far, is Project Vigil is current year. That's how I'd best define the setting. It is current year. There was no such thing as superheroes. Not really. However, around 6 weeks ago, some very, very rarely got superpowers. And some have decided to, well, become superheroes. Granted, there's more to this. There have been people with special abilities. However, they've been mostly quiet and unknown by history. That makes sense to everyone.
So it's kind of like old Static Shock, where metahumans weren't a thing until they became a thing, and then it was like said metahumans in society.
Kind of like the pyramids were built by telekinesis or something.
No, they were built by interdimensional base.
Oh, they were built by aliens. Gotcha.
They weren't aliens.
Well, alien can mean different things.
They weren't built by aliens. They were built by aliens, and then when you say it, you do the waving your hands either side of your head.
That is true. So we have.
Hey, give me a sec. My headphones seem to have died in one ear.
That can happen. Is everything good? Let's get started off with defining who our characters are. We are down a player at the minute, but I'll be having very stern words with him, and he will be here for next time. Maybe. Yeah, I'll be having stern words with him. So let's get started. Who would like to talk about their character first?
I excuse myself on the grounds I had a really rough work day.
Okay. You can be as brief as you want.
I said I excuse myself.
Oh, okay.
I'll talk
I
about my
volunteer.
character
Isn't
first.
fuck
if I need
no.
to. The one who talks first.
Yeah, go ahead, Al.
Okay. So the character I'm bringing to this game is Steel Wool. She was originally Helena Radcliffe. She worked as a technician, not a full scientist, but just a technician at a theoretical science project. And they had essentially discovered a method of sending people, or objects at first, to a different dimension. No one really knows what the dimension is, they just know they could do it. And they tested objects and sent them there and back again, and they came back okay. So then they stepped up their game and tested it with a sheep, or Dolly. They sent Dolly to this alternate dimension, brought Dolly back, and Dolly seemed to be absolutely A-okay. And they did this through the use of a special harness that teleported the sheep to the other dimension and then back again. They then retooled the harness to fit a human, and Helena volunteered for the procedure, little knowing that a tiny amount of Dolly's wool had gotten caught inside the harness, and the other technicians that were supposed to clean the harness off completely and sterilize it neglected to do so. So she was sent off to another dimension. Something went wrong with the mechanism for a while. All hell broke loose in the facility, which was attacked by some mysterious masked men, only for Helena to suddenly reappear later, an anthropomorphic sheep no less, because her DNA had been fused with that of Dolly, and she then proceeded to improvise and use the suit's many strange dimensional abilities to fend off the attackers and save the day. And since then, she's been modifying the harness and using it as effectively a power suit to give her different abilities, protect her from damage, such like, while also being forced to live as this larger-than-life character because she's no longer human.
I assume that hit the papers and the various fake news around the world of this accident. But we're having to deal with it. We'll go into more specific details of that later.
So it's like the Fly meets From Beyond.
It's a Fly meets Half-Life, to be honest.
That's pretty much the whole story of the Fly, or the human fly.
Yeah, but and then like the H.P. Lovecraft's From Beyond, where there's
least I'm not the only one that thought that.
Was it Resonance Cascade?
I won't lie, it was a slight inspiration. She is meant to be a slightly Gordon Freeman-esque character, and it does have something of a throwback to the Fly. The only difference being, rather than creating a monster, it created a hero.
Well, I have seen your orange suit, so...
Yep, her suit has got orange bits on it. I mean, I'm sure artwork of her will come up on screen at some point. Hint, fucking hint.
Well, just make sure it's safe for work. Huh?
It's very safe work, but you're the GM. You're the one who puts that stuff up.
I will make sure to do it at some point. Okay. Right now I'm still figuring out the kinks of this stuff. I mean, I'm doing this with more budget than a ham sandwich. Slightly more than a ham sandwich, of course. But let's carry on. Let's see. Iron, would you be alright with explaining your character next?
Sure. So I'm playing Coruscating Cerulean, which is a humanoid alien from a species that basically migrate between stars. They don't move very fast. They only move at light speed. Like I said, very fast from a galactic hero point of view. That is bloody fast. but they only move at light speed. So about every 4 years, they move on to a new star, because 4 to 8 years, right? And they feed off of the sunlight, like photosynthesis, though weirdly and more complicated. And Coruscating Cerulean recently came to this solar system, and because of something that I haven't actually decided yet, had to crash land on Earth, where she was discovered ET style by some children. The only problem is that she is part of a rare species, and because of this, she was being chased by a bounty hunter. She didn't know she was being chased by a bounty hunter. So shortly after she was found by these children, she wakes up with a bounty hunter, an alien bounty hunter on Earth looking for her, and with humans having to hide her. And while these children are trying to hide her, there was the local authorities who were basically treating it as a weird alien invader. But thanks to the threat of the bounty hunter, eventually the local authorities decided to join forces with her and help defend the town, and they defeated the bounty hunter. Because of the way her species communicates, she can tap into radio and TV waves, and that's kind of how she learned English, but her English is kind of broken, so she doesn't communicate very well. As for her abilities, she's basically a flying blaster. She's kind of like, I guess, Starfire, though wildly different in origin. And she, because of her inspiration that I took from Ben 10, she can wrap her wings around herself like a hood. And that's basically it.
Yeah, that's pretty thorough and in depth. So you have stuff like flight powers, and you can.
Yeah, I can fly. I can create light, either as a blast or as just a normal light that illuminates.
Okay.
And I can pick up on like radio waves and stuff.
Okay. I've put a link to a Dropbox in which people can download the sheets to have a look at for all the characters involved in this campaign.
You'll need to update mine because, like I said, I noticed.
I think I did update it recently, but if so, then I'll just update. I'll update that Dropbox folder. But all the characters are in the Dropbox and should be just dandy. Yeah,
so you'll probably have to update them regularly as we get XP.
Of course, that is what I will be doing. I will be updating every time you spend XP. Just send me the new sheet, and I'll be able to update it. Now, let me just sort out this. Tristan.
Yeah.
Could you talk about your character?
Very little.
Well, we've worked it out. What can, like, in a meta sense, what can you share with
In a meta sense, Manticore was a former agent of part of a military group called Grendel, which were basically a black market mercenary group that could be hired to take on various jobs. These jobs could range from anything from corporate sabotage to straight up assassinations. They weren't necessarily good guys, they weren't necessarily bad guys. It's a whole case of whoever had the money could employ them. Manticore's specialties in himself are that he's quite a mobile fighter, and he wears a self-repairing carapace-like battlesuit that allows him to draw carapace skewers to use for combat, and he has a genetically enhanced physique, putting him at just above peak human maximums without needing to maintain any kind of actual exercise. Other than that, the main reason he's in the Project Vigil group is unknown to himself and to others. It's just a case of it just happened.
Yes. We have discussed his motivations for it, so they're not totally unknown. I can assure you viewers of that, and everyone else in the party. He's not just some anonymous guy who will think of shit later. I've already thought of quite a bit for this, and we've discussed it. So it is there, it's just a case of we're going to reveal it over the course of the campaign. And finally, Ikky.
I should probably also point out that Manticore is human, but his actual private identity is officially deceased, so he doesn't actually exist in the system anymore.
Okay. What is his actual name?
He doesn't reveal that.
Okay.
Mainly because he doesn't feel it's important anymore.
50% of it's redacted.
Yes.
Is it just the first? Is it like the first half of his first name, or is it something like that?
No, there's letters strewn between the entire name. It's like you could get 2 letters and then one will be crossed out, then another letter, then 3 will be crossed out, then it'll move on to the next part.
Jeez.
Manticore, blackout, data expunged.
Expunge.
Article number, Manticore 251/B, whatever.
I expect he did it because he has like a really embarrassing name. Like his name's Chad. Ugh, no thank you. I'm gonna commit suicide. Legally. Ikky, are you there, man?
Oh no, I've been here the whole time. I've just been muted because my mic's a piece of crap.
Oh yeah.
I am playing Biomorph. Real name is Zhi Pan, or it should be Panji, but he Americanized name because roughly that translates to pansy, so of course he's not going to do that. He's the victim of a eco-terrorist attack who used a bleeding edge bioweapon that like rapidly decayed organic material, and they pretty much attacked I should know this as a New Yorker, but what is New York City's university?
I think they just have like New York State or something.
Yeah, he was a student in New York State, so they gathered all the students in the cafeteria, and they said, okay, you're going to dismantle all these horrible environmentally damaging policies, or you detonate this, and you know if it kills us, big deal, we'll die from Mother Earth. So NYPD and all their brilliance are like, well, we don't see this going anywhere, send in the SWAT team. So they detonated it, and everyone pretty much turned to just goop, just primordial goop. Now Z, in some fit of luck, broke out a FEMA biohazard container a few days later, just this slime. Literally, that was it. He could shape it anything. It was kind of like a rubber man sort of thing. I took a lot of inspiration from Ink from Batman Beyond, if any of our 2 viewers ever remember that show back in the early 2000s.
Batman Beyond was a dope show.
I don't know if they got it in the UK. I'm the only American here.
Yeah, we did.
It was dope.
It was a good show. But that aside, he basically just returned home putting on the best disguise of what he used to look like, and his parents, who were first-generation Hong Kong immigrants, well, they got dual citizenship, pretty much took him back because it was just all bloody goop. They couldn't get an accurate death count, so they counted their blessings, and they're pretty much just dodging the police because they would want to ask him a lot of questions on how he survived, but hey, family first.
Yeah, makes sense. Well, we won't talk about the last play because he's persona non grata for this session. He will be back though. If you haven't guessed by now, the campaign does take place in New York, a place that I'm not exactly familiar with, being an Englishman, but theatrically it does make a lot more sense in terms of the cool factor, big buildings, and lots of potential for destruction porn.
Well, you're in luck, because guess who's a New York resident?
Yeah, really though, it's just generic streets for the most part, isn't it?
I mean, I don't live anywhere in New York City. New York City is a horrible place, but I know enough about it. I live in near Proxy.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I should have probably moved the campaign to London because it's got a higher crime rate. But let's say the crime rate's pretty high in New York. Shall we?
Yeah, it is. I'm not
That-
gonna lie, it is. But it's a big city, is what you get.
Dan, we don't want like the bobbies coming up, does it? Right? Or do you have a license for that superhero? You have a license for that power, mate.
I
Turns
think
out
we're probably going to get that anyway, dude. But
you have a license for that power. Fucking love that meme. Anything. Ubiquitous. So, let's probably get things started with let me just look through my notes super quick. So, what we'll need to do is establish kind of what everyone has been doing for the past, say, 6 weeks. Now, this 6 weeks really has just been your characters experimenting with their powers if they're like you. Because you all kind of got them at the same time, except for maybe Manticore, who's been probably doing this for a few years, but has been kind of secret. But he's new to superheroing. He has his own sort of reasons of why. I don't know, he does this shit. So what do I cannot speak for the life
What
of
to
me.
do?
shall I start first again?
Remember, this is live. Don't
what-
screw it up.
What is Steel Wool, aka Helena Radcliffe, do with her new sort of super suit on a daily basis? Like, what would he kind of be doing? Let's say,
Well, the first thing she would have done would have been to ensure absolutely that her current state of affairs isn't going to be torn apart by the government. Like, obviously, the government's probably in a state of panic about all these superpowers suddenly cropping up, but she wants to be the one that helps the establishment and the people, not the one that, makes their life harder. And so I imagine a good few days was probably spent with her just sort of, I guess, negotiating or discussing with government officials, local law enforcement, that kind of thing.
okay, well we can kind of work that in. What would you
But
be doing
after
like for like your day-to-day sort of?
After that, she essentially she's a very busy woman. She's being bounced constantly between her, like, family and friends and contacts that she's trying to keep her tabs on, despite how hectic her life has become.
Yeah.
She also still works, but she's not allowed to work at that laboratory anymore. One, because it was shut down after it was attacked, and isn't going to be reopened for a while. And two, because due to what happened to her, she was given a hefty sum in compensation, but she's not to work in laboratories like that anymore because of the accident that she had. It's considered not a good idea for her to keep on working in these places. And as a result, she now, in her off time, works as a physics teacher at a school or a college or that kind of, high school level sort of American education.
So you're just working in a high school now, for the most part.
Yeah, but it's her like a part-time day job kind of thing. She doesn't do it all the time. She just does it so that she has a job other than being a superhero, because it wouldn't be a very fulfilling life to live.
Okay. And what would everyone else like? So for say your average day, you would just be working at the school. Maybe at lunchtime you go grab a bite too. Smart that. Okay. What about Yon? What are you going to be doing on a daily basis?
Well, Cerulean's been mostly just exploring this new world, like learning more about human culture through intercepting. That's the word, for intercepting TV signals and stuff. Possibly learning better English. And she doesn't like have a direct involvement much yet. She's still just on the side, mostly watching.
Yeah.
She doesn't like quite understand the government, for example, so she neither fears it nor has any feelings towards it. She doesn't quite get the whole superheroes thing. She probably has seen something about the emerging metahumans, but doesn't know that's doesn't know anything about that. Like, she's not involved in that scene at all. And because of the way her species exists, she also doesn't spend much time on the ground or indoors, so she'd just be flying most of the time.
Okay,
Like,
so
gliding, rather.
so you're just going to be
Could be
doing
the area if that needs to be a thing.
so you're just doing like the Batman thing where you're just standing on somewhere quite tall, just looking out and listening.
So instead of brooding, more just, ooh, Seinfeld.
Man, daytime TV sucks. So, Tristan, what will you be doing?
So I'm not as bright as the other two. I'm probably actually arrested at this point after taking on a personal job.
I'm usually the more type of person to what's the word? Not get caught.
Yeah, you see, at this point though, he wasn't that bothered because this, like I said, this is a very personal mission.
Okay.
It's not exactly all roses for the government anyway, because trying to get information out of him has led to quite a few injured people.
I imagine that would be the case, but I'm pretty sure they'd be quite well knowing of this former mercenary.
Oh yeah, they know of Manticore and Grendel, but Manticore's just not willing to give up any additional details that they don't know yet.
And I'm pretty sure his checkbook and contacts will be able to get him out of jail.
Maybe.
I mean, it would be important for you
hefty-
not to be in jail. Session 1.
It's going to have to be a hefty checkbook.
Okay, and Ikky, what about you?
I know New York State classes are pretty much shut down on account of, FEMA saying you're not going to touch this area because God knows what's left. I know Zhi has pretty much been taking all the time. He's just pretty much been staying with his parents in Manhattan because they really don't want him out of sight again. And
I wonder, was he studying physics?
No, he was studying biochemistry.
Because there's a small part of me that thinks that if he ended up getting moved to a different institute somewhere else, he could have ended up being in the same place where
I see where you're going with this, but no, his family has a lot in pharmaceuticals, so he wanted to become a doctor, pharmacist, whatever.
Dan, I'm pretty sure he's not a high school student. He's
No, he's in New York State.
Yeah.
New York State University. Anyways, his day life has pretty much just been staying at home, studying still, all that tiger parent stuff. Well, at night, because keeping up the normal appearance is really straining. Imagine Clayface back in the all that Batman animated series when he was like, oh man, I just can't do this. It's like, holding a pose for hours straight. He probably sneaks out to go try and look up as much as he can on this eco-terrorist group, Green Force, which, of course, he's just a stupid little university student, so he doesn't know where the hell to even start looking.
Okay.
He's not a spy or anything. He's not a cop.
Is like New York State a pretty liberal college?
It's New York, dude. The place is blue as hell.
Yeah, a bit weird that they attacked eco-terrorists attack there.
Well, true, but keep in mind these eco-terrorists probably aren't politically motivated on the left-right political axis. They're politically motivated on the you're all evil
plants.
environment. Yeah.
Jill Stein told them to go kill everyone. The end.
Jill Stein, big bad evil of the campaign.
Anyways, yeah, he doesn't know where to start looking. Like, at best he could do is just, like, scare protesters. Be like, where's Green Force? Why does he wear the mask?
Where's Green Force? Someone knows where he is. Okay, so as you all will be going about your day in various different forms, I guess I'll start with Cerulean, which I will not bother using the first name because I probably could not pronounce that. without getting tongue.
You're not supposed to use the first name.
Yeah, you can tell she came up with her superhero name looking through a dictionary. It's like,
No,
ooh,
that's her actual name. They're named after like shades of color. She translated it
Just
basically.
blue.
No, it's coruscating is
It's like it's a very strange word.
It is.
It kind of means burning, but not quite.
It's like flashing, sparkling, brilliant.
Pretty cool name.
Because she's still young, so she's like still bright blue. Well, young, she's like 35, but still.
Okay, so Cerulean, whilst sort of looking around and trying to not end it all by jumping off the building by tuning into daytime TV, does actually notice a plume of smoke originating from a few blocks away.
All right.
I'm guessing
Looks
that's what we have to
interesting.
say, chili cook-off.
It's someone's barbecue. Looks interesting, so she's gonna approach, but not too close because she's seen TV. She knows fire bad, but she doesn't know she can't really be hurt by it that well.
Yeah, there seems to be a plume of smoke coming from a building a couple of blocks away. I mean, it's obvious there's fire.
So once I get near enough, what do I actually see around?
Yeah, if you were to like fly over, what you will see is what seems to be an apartment complex,
Okay.
and on the second floor there appears to be a raging fire. Additionally, there appears to be a sort of there seems to be fire engines pulling up, and cordons being established.
Do I see anyone like on
You
the
don't
burning floor?
You don't see anyone inside. Do you have any kind of like supervision or something that allows you to like detect people?
I have infrared perception.
Infrared perception. You'd probably just see
Yeah.
red because it's fire. So,
Yeah.
Of course, you'd notice the heat.
Well, yeah.
changes and all that.
You probably can't see like people behind walls anyways, because the coldness of the wall would block it anyways.
And the fact there's
A
fire.
fun
everywhere.
thing, infrared actually can't go through glass or reflects back.
That is a fun fact of the day.
Yeah. Well, that's not what infrared does in Hero. It just means that technically, it just means that I don't take any penalties in the darkness, if I remember correctly.
So, yeah, we'll leave you there as you see this building in the distance with fire, and we'll rotate to someone else.
I'm about Mothman level close to it.
Okay. I assume well, it is midday, so I assume someone's someone will be conducting their business. Who would like to sort of interject of what they're doing at this current time in relation to this nearby fire that's going on?
If no one else is brave enough, I can.
Of course.
What day of the week is it?
It is a Tuesday.
I'm almost certainly teaching then, so
can't
I would
save the
probably
day.
be teaching and then look
Maybe you're
out the
teaching
window.
across the street. We don't know where this building is.
I'm assuming for the sake of plot convenience, it's within sight of the plumes.
There has to be there has to be plot contrivance to bring party together.
Indeed.
Unfortunately,
Massive plot contrivance.
Oh, you just wait till you get around to me. This is going to be difficult.
But yeah,
Find a way.
I'm assuming that the building is close enough that I would be teaching and be able to see the plume of smoke out the window.
yeah, it's either that or you're like, it's a recess time or something
You're in
like that,
between
or,
terms.
Yeah.
Or whatever they're
or
called.
you just like
Periods, there we go.
Either way, the first thing she'd do is turn on the television to see if there's a news report on it.
there is a news report on it. News report done by I do have a list of this somewhere.
What, like the news anchor with the hilarious name or something?
Well, no, I actually went down and wrote down different news channels as well as their varying different sort of outlooks and stances on issues. Because I'm
Political.
well, I mean, it depends really, because your news is your image, and different people have different things to say about you. Really, though, I'm just going to parody everyone because everyone is an idiot. Except me. I'm slightly less of
I
an
hate
idiot.
everyone equally.
Yeah. But yeah, everyone is an idiot except me, but I'm slightly less of an idiot, so that's fine. But everyone is an idiot.
Anyway,
Oh.
back on topic.
Back on topic. So yeah, there's a news report saying, oh, there's a fire going on at this apartment building, and it's not getting the same kind of coverage as a certain one in the UK a while back, but
So
getting
during this
God, don't even get me started on that apartment fire. That was a shit show.
during this recess time, I'm assuming, obviously she's going to see this report on the news.
Yep.
She's going to sort of like give the other teachers who are in the room at the time like a knowing look, and they're going to sort of like probably have a good guess at what she's about to do, and she's going to tell that one really lazy supply teacher with the dreadlocks that he's going to be covering her class today.
Yeah, man, I can do that. No problem.
And then she hustles out of the school to her car, or rather like the carpool she got to get here, because she actually struggles to drive cars now because she's got hooves and it's awkward with the pedal. Nonetheless,
Science will find a way.
Yeah, she opens up the boot, gets out her rig out of the like secure case that's inside, which responds only to her sort of thing. Throws it on because it's pretty easy to put on. It's it's not like the Iron Man suit that he has to fly onto your body and attach to you. It's literally just a harness with some armored bits, and away she goes.
What travel power do you have? Kind of like
I
movement
have
based power.
both flight and long distance teleportation, but she's going to be flying there because
Yeah.
she doesn't want to teleport into a house fire. It's never a good idea.
Yeah, teleporting is funky.
You have to know where you're going. I've got a teleport radar, which I can use to isolate a location and then teleport to the location, but she's just going to fly there for now.
Okay. So you're flying to this location. Okay, let's move to Ikky, because I mean Tristan, just shaking up the order a bit, Tristan.
Okay.
Okay, Ikky. How are you going to respond to this crisis?
Okay, see, that's actually an issue because I'm thinking to myself, G doesn't really fancy himself a superhero yet. He's all the way in Manhattan. And fires are a thing every day in New York City. So just going to go help one seems a little out of character for him.
Okay.
So I'm taking ideas.
So if you want to come up with a plot contrivance for that, you could just contrive it that he had to be in New York for some reason anyway, and it happens that it's right near.
It was just in the neighborhood.
Yeah,
So it's a fire in Manhattan, at least.
going there to do some research on like one of the few days off he actually has. And lo and behold, there's a giant fire the moment he arrives.
Yeah, maybe he could be like, seeing people like, talk about it, and they just seem kind of, they look at the smartphones and it's like, oh yeah, this is going on. Whatever. This is like, is that?
I got an idea.
Okay.
He was doing a stakeout on the place because through his clumsy investigations, he maybe, I don't know, found that this might be a place where Green Force sympathizers might be in. Hey, now it's on fire. This isn't good. So we better do something about it.
Okay, that's
I know it's a little contrived, but
it doesn't matter because
Bilbo has to go on the adventure.
yeah, Bilbo's gonna go on the fucking adventure. Otherwise, Lord of the
Besides,
Rings
this
doesn't
is
happen.
superhero games based on superhero comics, which are made of plot contriving.
right?
And alliteration.
So yeah, it's the middle of the day. He told his family, "Hey, I'm going out."
Okay.
He's keeping an eye to see if any, eco terrorists come by.
Okay. Before they go a Lou Green bar, Tristan, seeing as this is going on, what way will you insert yourself into this situation?
Manticore's probably going to see the column of smoke rising out from behind the bars of the window.
Yep. I don't know why you put yourself in jail, but
Maybe he's being transported and he's in a car nearby.
Do you take suggestions?
certainly, like again, this is the thing. I wouldn't have advised this to have yourself in jail straight away.
Maybe you could have it so he's just being let out. They're like, okay.
You're
You
on
take
bail, dude.
suggestions.
Yeah.
Well, I was literally just about to say he's observing the smoke.
A prison transport he's in got caught between the fire engine cordons, so they're kind of like, shit, we can't go anywhere.
Plus, he's going hand strength, so he could probably bust out.
Let Tristan finish. He's
Right,
basically-
okay, we'll go with that. Prisoner transfer, blockade, nobody can get past.
Okay. So you're sat in the you're sat in the back. You've got probably some
Yep.
manacles around your wrist, and you feel it come to a stop. You look out, or you can tell by just like listening to those guards saying, another cordon. How many fires around here happen?" Then the other guy in the who's passenger side of front of the vehicle says, "Well, you know what happens with crack houses around here."
So for the moment, I'm just going to sit and watch. I have no reason to intervene.
Okay. Well, seeing as Cerulean is first on the scene, how are you going to enter this building? And hold on, let me just get a map up for our viewers to see.
Did you copy my token over, by the way?
Yes.
Okay,
Everything.
because I put my bars on it.
Yeah, they're logged on it. So let's see. Oh, bam! And for sweet. There we go. Well, bam!
That's a big map.
Fucking budget there.
I mean, I've had worse maps.
Yeah, there's like doing maps is a pain with X's, but literally the best to do. And I kind of stole the map because I can't do 3D space. So what can I do as a GM? Who the fuck knows? I can somehow run a game.
I have to ask, what does the lettering on the map mean? E, S, P, S?
The S, E is elevator, S is stairs, M is men's toilets, W is women's toilets. And P, I think, is a closet. Black closet.
I have several questions on the layout of this.
I don't know why there's men and women's toilets, but there just is. So
Is that not normal in America?
I don't know. I didn't build the building. Someone else did.
What's
That's what I'm
this
saying.
building
I have a
meant to be?
question.
What's this building meant to be? Apartments or?
Yeah, it's an
Apartment complex.
Here
Yeah, that is.
it would be like a courtyard, and yeah, that's about it.
All right, that makes sense then. I forgot it was an apartment complex for some reason.
Yeah, it's like the second floor. So how are you going to get in?
Well, I'm not gonna try and get in unless I notice someone in need of help, because I'm not fully aware of what the hell's what. But
Okay.
even if I like hear someone say there's someone in there, I'll.
Do you have any kind of like hearing or senses or whatnot? Actually, you know
I
what?
don't
You've
have,
got
like,
the
I have radio perception. I can probably hear like
yeah, you can hear the dispatch.
dispatch.
I
Like
can,
if they say there's people trapped in there.
yeah, the dispatch is reporting that there are people trapped in here. They're not
You don't need to do
saying
that. I can't understand you anymore.
I can do Bane a lot better. Oh, see, Batman.
I can help you with the dispatch voice if you want.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna leave the dispatch voice because I'm not too familiar with all the codes, and I'm not exactly big on doing things without authenticity.
What do you think here?
But yeah, there's reported like at least 3 people in there.
Okay.
There's at least 3 people thingy in there.
Something about fire dispatch the engine to call reports 3 people trapped inside, etc., etc.
Yeah.
I'm gonna break a window.
Okay. Which
Well, you didn't mark any windows, but I'm gonna break it.
It's generally assumed they're like here.
Yeah, I'm gonna break it slightly away from the fire, like not where the fire is.
Okay. How are you gonna break it? Are you gonna use just raw strength or just like hit it with
I'm
an energy
gonna
bolt?
do a 1d6 blast.
Okay.
Because even in like multi-powers, if I remember correctly, you can weaken a power, you just don't get any points back to put to other powers.
Yes.
Do I need to roll attack against the window?
Yes, it is DCV3. So you'll be hitting on fuck, I should have had these open. Give me a moment.
Well, if you use the first d6 in that, I only dealt 1 damage. Which is... Actually, wait, I have a blast, not a killing attack. I shouldn't weaken it because it needs to count body. So I'll just weaken it to 4, I guess.
Yeah, just as the thing is with body is, you get 1 for 2 to 5 on every.
Yeah, I know.
D6
It's
roll.
just I can mouse over.
I'm explaining it for like everyone else, just so that we're 100% of the rules. On a 2 to 5 on any d6 roll for stun damage, you get a point of body. For every 6, you get 2. For every 1, you get 0. So generally, if you're rolling 12d6, on average, you get 12d6, where you get 12 body damage, which is easily more than enough to break the window. Okay. Okay. So while you're doing that, that'll be successful and you can get inside.
Okay.
You would be encountered with what seems to be a rather low rent apartment, not very big. Although it was hastily abandoned due to the fire. Manticore, I will ask you to give me a roll for perception.
Okay.
Just roll
try and
3d6.
remember all. Okay.
Perception roll. Ooh, 15.
But you need to know his perception number.
It is quite a high roll. What do you have to roll under normal perception?
I'm just trying to get that open.
I believe it's derived from the int stat.
Yeah, it's the same as an intelligence, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you have any like modifiers for powers?
Don't think so.
If you're using hero creator, whatever it's called, it's on your front sheet, like on the first page of your sheet at the bottom. That's where your perception is.
Let me get a sheet up. Cerulean, Manticore. Perception roll is... What does it say, bottom of it? Ah, there we go. 12 minus. And you don't have any powers that give you like telescopic or whatever for.
No.
Okay. You wouldn't notice Cerulean firing off the blast and all that stuff.
Other side of the building.
You just didn't notice it. Like, again, pretty small. Despite being a moth girl.
She's human sized, so I'm guessing if there's like news nearby, they're just gonna start noticing.
Yeah, they will notice. It's just he's in a prison now.
Yeah.
There's Harp with steel wool arriving. Let's see if you spot her. Could you give me a perception roll?
Who, me?
Yes.
Okay. Skills, perception. I didn't know perception was actually a skill.
It's senses.
no,
It should be at the bottom of the first sheet. Little box. I've had a look here. You've got 13 or less.
Okay.
So roll under 13 for an average check.
Wait. Where's senses again? Characteristics or skills?
It's below that. Well, it's below characteristics and then to the bottom right of.
Are you reading your sheet as an exported PDF, or are you in the Hero Designer program?
Oh, I'm in the Hero Designer.
Okay, in Hero Designer, I don't think it's listed anywhere.
No, because it works off your intelligence divided by 5, and then you add 9 to it.
As it's the same as your intelligence check.
Oh,
If you
no,
don't
here
have
it
powers
is.
that change it.
Here it is, per roll 13.
No.
You rolled an 8 though, so I will give you that. You
Yeah. How do you do a roll which is like the total dice under the target number?
told us in the target number.
I don't even think you need to, because you can just check target.
Yeah, I know. It just wants to know for the long run, but fair enough. Either way, yeah, I think that's a pass.
Yeah, you do see what appears to be I believe her body's actually black or blue. Correct?
Give me a sec.
This is just a sort of general sort of colour of character.
There, just sent an image.
Also, where am I located on the map?
I will put you to. I'm find the page first. I'll all this shit in front of it. Here we go. So I will put you down here.
Okay.
And I'll zoom in a bit. So, it's warm. So you see what appears to be a blue winged figure fire off a blue energy bolt and then go inside the building.
Very suspect. Okay.
Yep.
I think my first move is probably going to be to use my built-in radio, because I believe I have radio communications built in.
Okay.
Yes, I do indeed. I'm going to use my radio to contact the local police line, the dispatch, and ask if the blue individual has anything to do with them.
Okay. You get onto the local channel and inquire, and you get a response saying, I don't know who this is. Aren't they with you?
This is Steel Wool. You've probably heard of me by now.
Well, yeah, but wouldn't this be more your thing?
Yeah, it is.
Who's that?
I'm about to head inside, but it seems someone else might have beaten me to it, and I want to know if they're helping or hindering.
We don't know from here. We're about to. We're just making sure all the civilians are present.
Understood. All right. Well, I'm heading in, and I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Don't worry, I'll be fine. Just get some mats out ready for when I help the people escape the building. Right, and with that, I'm going to look for a window to a room which isn't presently on fire.
One that is currently on fire.
No, which isn't currently on fire.
Okay, there's one here. And...
There's the one I broke.
There's one... Yeah, there's that
Yeah, I
one.
suppose
There's
the
one here.
One
Around here.
window she made is probably the best one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate my shield, and I'm going to drift inside.
Okay.
I
Before we
assume you
handle
want a
this...
jump cut.
Yeah, we're gonna jump to that. So I will place you inside, and I will switch to Biomorph is next. Oh,
Oh boy. So let me think here.
Yep.
Xi just seen his only goddamn lead into a dangerous group of eco-terrorists that apparently have access to horrible military-grade biological weapons, is going to try to get into A, because he's not a complete sociopath, he has made cabal as he can, and B, dig up as much evidence as he can if it's not already on fire. Much like the people. So what he's probably going to do is he's going to enter in the ground floor around as Ikky looks at all the map. All this wonderfully made map. Where's the door?
this is just a map of the second floor. You'd really just be coming up through the stairs or the... I don't think the elevator would be working at this point. But these
Oh my God,
these stairs...
Why would he use an elevator on a fire? Okay, no, this is the second floor, so he's going to go in through the first floor and I guess pop up here.
I was gonna say he can ooze up the shaft, but that sounds so wrong.
Guys, we're on Twitch. Let's not get demonetized already.
Well, like, we aren't even monetized, dude. So, you can't be demonetized if you have none.
Yeah, there's no mons to be deitized.
Yeah, I don't give a
Can't
shit.
need
about that.
mons. Anyways, go through the first floor, goop up the stairs to here.
Okay. I want you, before you do that, I want you to roll a perception roll just to see if you could see the thing going on with Steel Wool and Cerulean.
Oh, numpad worked me. Hold tight. I'm going to ignore this roll. I'm fiddling with the code here. Okay, whatever.
Okay.
So that's 5, 5, 14. So that's a failure.
So it's failure.
Yes.
Okay, you don't see what's going on with those two.
He's keeping low because, smoke. He could pretty much puddle along the ground, so that's fine. Hell, he doesn't even need to breathe, so...
Yeah, you could just walk, you could just be like walking style. I don't give a shit.
It's just keeping low is how he can actually see through all the smoke.
Yeah, that is
But
true.
he does need to breathe, so it's not like, he's going to be choking anytime soon. And he's probably going to come to here and be like, oh boy, fire, that thing that can actually hurt me.
Okay. Seeing as Tristan is still in the van, he doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah, hey, you want to break out the police van at some point? I'm pretty sure
I know the fire's going on, so at this point, I'm just going to ask the guys in front if they know if anyone's stuck inside.
Okay, the driver says, that, well, it looks like two people just flew in. You see that? It's like, yeah, man. Perhaps what those people we've been hearing about.
What do you mean 2 people just flew in?
Like, one flew in like a bird, and the other had some kind of jetpack.
The circus in town?
It must be.
that's the only appropriate response I can ever approve.
Yes.
What's one to this guy?
It's like, well, we aren't going anywhere. As the other guy just like breaks out thermos and just starts like taking a sip from it. Yeah, cleanup's probably going to take a while. We should have just planned it around this route.
No, but I'm serious. Are actually people stuck in there?
What if I know? Why do you
Don't you
care?
think it'd be worth? Don't you think it'd be worth a look?
Yeah, sure. Sure, mate. Let me just leave you alone in this van. We'll just go out.
Hey, I
Should we leave the keys in the ignition?
Hey, I never said you were going anywhere. And at this point, I'm going to start to break out.
Okay, you're gonna try and do it sneakily.
No, I'm going to be pretty evident and just break out the manacles.
Just
down
okay.
Superman.
Playtime's
The whole
over.
time he's been
Smash.
willingly in the manacles, and then he just snaps them and walks out.
I can
Yeah.
pick these cuffs.
Crashing this security van with no survivors.
So
Yeah,
would you like me to roll strength?
I think it's in like breaking an object. It is you roll your strength damage and then count the body.
So the
It's an
strength
entangle.
damage is 4d6.
Yeah. Which I mean, if you can like boost it by pushing, you could, but it will tire you out. As you do this heroic feat of
Oh, God.
breaking out of jail.
Custody is not in jail yet.
That is true.
Wait, has he been like convicted and everything yet? Or is he still?
He's being transferred to a more secure facility, shall we say? So let's just look at how tough cuffs are. It's under the chapter breaking things.
If you want stats for an object, I would recommend just checking the equipment book instead.
Yeah, I found it. So let's see. Outdoor items. It's in steel, so I'd say thin steel. Okay, you give it a go, and the steel starts to buckle. It's not fully all the way there yet. You can give it another go.
So I just look up at the guys with this sort of bent shackle and say, so are you going to let me out of these so I can have a look? Or am I going to have to really break out of here?
Yeah, they don't take too kindly to that. In fact, they're gonna sort of, they start to get out, and they're moving on to the back, and they're gonna draw some weapons. So you will comply. Like you just had to make things complicated, didn't you? So they're gonna move to the back, and with weapons pointed, going to open it. So I assume this is part of your grand master plan?
Yeah, they've opened the doors.
Of course.
Of course.
Just barrel out of there.
So what's your speed rating, by the way? Because we're going to have to resolve combat now. Which is not the way that I imagined it. First session combat, but it happens.
You started him in a police van. What else did you expect?
Well, he did want to be arrested.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't judge.
Don't king shame.
I don't judge convicts. They're okay people.
Some of them are good people.
So how wide is this, what's it? Van?
About 2 meters at the most. So what's your dex value anyway, and your speed?
My speed and dex, I think I'm speed 4, and
Okay.
my dex is 25, I believe.
Okay, 25. So you're definitely going first. Things will start in post segment 12.
Mm-hmm.
Check this out. Okay, wonderful. So you go first. They open They spend their turn opening the door. So, what will your move be?
My move will be. I'm going to do a takedown on the nearest guy.
Okay. Take down. Could you roll your Could you roll the OCD versus DCD for this? His will obviously be 3. And what's your OCD?
My OCV is 9 plus 1 for takedown, so OCV 10.
Okay, so OCD 10 versus. Yeah, it's pretty definite. Okay. You hit. And what is the effect of takedown?
So
Okay,
takedown deals 4d6 strike damage and the target falls.
Okay. Okay. You throw the man to the floor. With his hand, and his buddy's going to try and shoot you. So I will roll a dice. I will roll some dice for that.
Mm-hmm.
So what is your DCV? What is that?
My DCV, because I've done a takedown, will be 7, because I get plus 1 DCV for the takedown.
Seven versus that. This is kind of similar to the old editions of Warhammer 40k, where you've got to like compare like weapon skill and weapon skill to hit in close combat.
Mm-hmm.
Even still, 3 versus like average versus 4 versus was it 7?
Yeah, my DCV is 7.
Okay. Yeah, that's dead on. So he does actually hit you.
Mm-hmm.
So I will have to roll some good old killing damage. However, it's only a small caliber pistol. It was 1d6 plus 1.
It's only 9mm, gosh.
So you're going to take 4 points of body damage. Do you have any resistant protection that you're wearing or innate?
Yep, I'm probably still wearing my armor. I wouldn't have let them take that off.
Well, I guess. Because it's some kind of weird power suit.
Mm-hmm. So that provides me with 12 power defense.
It's resistant PD you're after.
Yeah, resistant protection.
Okay, so you got 12 of that. So yeah, it just pings off, and he's like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, they really should have told you not to open the doors at all.
He looks visibly perturbed by this. It will go back to your turn.
Speaking of free action,
Yeah, it's free action.
so I'll just say to him, I'll say again, are you going to take these cuffs off?
He will oblige you.
I just said you could have made that a presence attack.
Yeah, it could have easily been a presence attack, but considering you just like no-sold his gun. So, yeah.
Just shot in the chest. It's like, okay, that's great. Are you gonna take these off? It's like, yeah, I'm just a corrections officer. This isn't.
Yeah, this isn't worth it.
I'm not paid enough for this shit.
I was
Really?
about to say that.
They really aren't. They really aren't. So with your handcuffs uncuffed, you are now free to rush into the building. How are you going to enter the building?
I suppose through the nearest window.
Okay, yeah, I believe you got like a jetpack, right?
Yeah, integrated thruster pack.
Yeah, integrated thruster pack. Which window are you going to go in though?
Well, considering the fact that I said I didn't see, I'd say it's on this side here.
Okay. I assume you're just gonna burst through the window.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty easy to do. Like supremely easy to do with a character of your strength. It's not that high, but it's easy enough. So we'll smash cut into the room with the cerulean and steel wall. You land in there. The set it up for cerulean is you land in there and you notice that there's some food on the table. There's the TV still on some kind of crappy TV show that you sort of tuned into. Now it's live in the room. There's some smoke in the room, but it's not too bad. It's not too thick. And all of a sudden, in the window, some fluffy, mechanized creature lands in through the window behind you. She doesn't look like a human. Or any human that you've seen before. It might be any kind of human.
Gonna look at her and just go, hello. Just wave from my wrist.
The first thing I'll do when I see her is just point to her and state, "What are you doing here?"
Mm-hmm.
I point to my antennae and just go, heard people trapped. Try help.
Okay, good enough. Let's work on this together.
Together, okay.
Alright, so, first of all, where's the nearest door?
Over here.
Okay then.
So I'm going to head out into the hallway, and I'm going to ask my new friend if she can help me locate these people, because obviously I can't see them.
Okay.
Everything hot, can't see.
Right, okay. In which case, I'm going to keep an ear out and see if I can hear people's voices asking for help over the sounds of the flames.
Okay. That'll be a perception roll.
Yep. Well, would you look at that?
Fucking hell. That's
Nice.
all 7.
Yeah, that's a 7.
However,
That's
unfortunately, you don't hear anyone.
Hmm.
So they may have passed out from the smoke.
Yeah, that's a good point. In which case, I'm going to do something a little outlandish. Unless, Jon, do you have any abilities that might be able to help here?
I was about to say, I know I'm blue, but I don't have any cryo powers.
Okay, right. What I'm going to do here, I'm not going to focus on putting out the fire. That's really not something we need to do right now. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip out my PDA, which has the built-in
I want to vehemently disagree with you, but that would be metagaming.
yeah, hang on, where have I got it listed on my sheet? I know it's here somewhere. These sheets are massive.
Really? There are only 2 sheets.
Because I have the what's it called again?
The hero designer thing.
No. I know I gave my character an item which is like a PDA that has like forensics and CSI kind of technology on it.
Have a looky.
I'm trying to find it on my sheet.
Technobabble.
Well, it would be under
Powers.
powers.
Yeah, it would be under powers. I don't remember seeing anything like that. But
Yeah.
let's assume you do have something like that.
Yeah. Oh wait, yeah, it's listed. It just doesn't have a name. It's the forensic medicine.
Okay.
and analyze combat and eidetic memory because it's the CSIC tablet. But basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the CSIC tablet to try and locate like evidence on the ground that would point towards where like people are.
Yeah.
I think in the building.
Okay, I suppose just do a forensics roll.
Yeah.
If I can
Right.
tell them.
So I will roll on forensics, which is 12 and under. Oh no, failed.
You can't really sort of pick up any kind of details on where people may be. However, behind you is a creepy creeper. Maybe. Depends on you. So you do Biomorph. You do notice that these strange people entering the hallway.
Hello, it's me.
Although you probably would have heard the sort of crash from that window a minute or two back.
So yeah, like any skittish, horrible mutant, he's going to be peering around the corner. Try not to attract their attention because, well, that's a sheep and that's an alien, roughly. And that's horrifying. That's spooky.
I just like the idea. It's just like I may be like a horrific like
Jelly
slime mutant
thing that's
but
has no vertebrae anymore, but you know what?
I'm
Then
fucking
there's
better.
these things.
I'm fucking better than space moths and sheeple.
Literal sheeple.
Sheeple.
Okay.
Before Anna Kasparov. I'm just better than you.
Well, he knows the fire is... Ribs, go away. Sorry, I'm talking to my cat. Ribs, say hi to the internet.
Alright. Wait.
Anyways, he knows the fire is this way. So
Yeah.
logically, he's going to try and sneak through here and try and get into an air vent so he can go explore that way to find any victims.
Okay, that's fair enough. Let's finish up with the Manticore man.
Manticore still breaking out of custody.
He's broken our custody. He's gone off the range.
Matches our names. What matches our plan?
So you're inside what
So-
appears to be a room that was occupied a few moments ago. There is not unfortunately food on the table.
So I'm just going to exit into the corridor, and I
Okay.
presume that brings me within visual range of the moth and the goat
And the E-Man.
and the human.
Yeah.
So I suppose at this point I'm going to say the only other thing that really is relevant at this point, and just say you might not be from this planet, but you do know that alarm means get out, not come in.
I'm just gonna look around to
Alarm?
him like I can say exactly the same thing to you, but I'm here to save the day, and if you want to help, you can. Just don't get in the way.
I'm just going to look past and just say, yeah, I don't think it's me in the way so much as the fire.
Right. Well, we're working on it. Let me see.
Imagine if you had like a flame-powered superhero. We need to make a bigger fire so it gets extinguished.
Pyromaniac, no, that's not how this works.
Certainly.
Okay, I think I have an idea of what I'm going to do, though.
Okay, do you have a plan?
Yeah, I'm pretty confident that the people are trapped by the fire, and as a result, they're going to be where the fire is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lead the charge, as it were, with my shield on, and let my shield soak some of the damage. And I'm going to see how well it holds up against the fire by moving through this square ahead of me.
Okay, so fire damage. Really, you're not. It's not really an attack, more of an environmental effect. So I believe
It
that is
still
just.
does ED, I
Yeah,
imagine.
it will attack your energy force field. I assume, like, you've got, like, as a bubble, so it encapsulates you.
Yes. The barrier has 2 energy defense and 10 body.
The fire table is on page 150 if you need.
Why, thank you, kind sir.
Volume 2, obviously.
Yeah, okay. So, I wouldn't say you're in a blast furnace.
No.
However, I will say you've got... I'll give you 2d6 killing damage against your barrier.
Yep.
See if that does anything. I mean, you're just kind of
Worst-
entering it.
Yeah, at worst it'll deactivate it.
2d6. Still nothing. And it's doing the thing where I must roll the dice. So 10 points of body to your barrier.
Yep, which is reduced by 2 by the ED, so the barrier now has it's now got 4 health remaining?
4 health remaining.
Wait. No, sorry, 2 health remaining.
Okay.
Don't
But
forget
I've moved
sun.
through that square, so I'm now there.
I need to save all these 3D times. Hold on. There we go.
Is there a door here at all?
Yes. There is a door.
Good. Well, I'm
that
going to
one's on
obviously
fire.
go inside.
Okay, so you're going to go inside there.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you do that, you'll take another point, take another blast of damage.
Okay.
So I'll roll the same damage again. This
Okay, so
time
that-
you take 8 damage. That's enough to
Yes, the
disperse the barrier.
shield's off. And then 4 of that goes through, but I have 5 ED normally, so it doesn't hurt me. It just the shield's gone now.
Yeah, well, I assume that it's just against the barrier. The barrier just fails.
Yeah.
So you've made it into the room. There's still fire in the room. So it turns out like it's pretty thingy in there. So you might need to find a way to deal with the fire.
Yeah. I might see if I can adjust the weapon systems on my suit to make them to be like force rather than like fire or electricity or the like, and see if I can effectively like blow the fires out using force.
Okay. Does anyone else have any other ideas of what to try? There,
Unless I can blind the fire, I can try going through it, because I am dumb and I just saw someone do it.
I think you know what fire is.
I know what plasma is.
Okay, if you're going to try to go through it, I'm going to have to roll that damage. 10 points of damage.
That's fine. Roll stun then, though.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
roll stun multiplier. That is true. That is
You still take stun if you take no body, right?
depends if you're a normal PD
Yeah,
soaks it
I
up.
think the body's counted off first. I think.
Yeah, so what you do is you'll take 20 stun and 10 body.
20 is exactly my normal resistance, so I don't take any. Yay.
Yeah, it's pretty toasty. Like you can't exactly stay in this forever, man.
Yeah. I assume. Right, I went through that square and took damage.
Yep.
I'm gonna ask if anyone's in there.
Oh, you see.
I'm gonna ask Harpsong in character.
Yeah, I'll say there's not anyone in here, but like we must be getting closer.
Okay.
What about you two guys up there? Like, do you have any kind of solutions?
Well, I would.
Well, that's
but
a good
people were
question
there.
because I just noticed the Manticore right next to me, and I don't know if he's seen me yet or vice versa.
Yeah, he has. Like, you're next to each other.
Okay, I didn't know if that was like pre or post trying to scramble to event. So my question there is Manticore like a known criminal, or is he more like a secret CIA
He's pretty much on the secret CIA side of things.
Okay, so
I
he
mean,
is
like,
actually.
if he was to like probably like actually try and research the guy, you could probably find evidence of him.
Well, we don't have the time for that since we're in a burning fire. So I guess she's gonna put his hands up and be like, who are you? Why are you here?
Saying that to me,
Yes.
I'm a concerned citizen.
What?
Well, he's
Okay,
right.
that doesn't matter. Don't. That doesn't matter. We got to put this out.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's why I'm going to look for extinguishers nearby.
Shit, he stole my idea. That's what I was gonna do.
Yeah, there's
You can both do it.
you can grab an extinguisher.
They're all over the hall.
I'd say they're all over the hall, but there's like one where it's just like, oh, pick up. This is a thing.
I don't know. Most public-ish buildings in the U.S. have like fire extinguisher cabinets
Yeah,
through the hall.
It's like you stumble across it all. I mean, like, it's not going to do much against like the raging inferno, but something.
I know. I remember like old-timey buildings had like fire hoses built in the wall or something.
It'd probably be like there'd probably be like an old one of those, but probably non-functional at this point.
Okay,
No,
you go put that out. I'm gonna go see if there's anyone in the fire. So I guess with that, I can't control my token.
You
But
can?
no, I just never cared to mention it.
You should be able to move it.
Well, I don't got ownership.
I'll look into that.
That's okay. Anyways, scooting past there and going into an air vent so he can basically skip all this awful burning hot stuff
Oh, that's why it doesn't work.
and try to start peeking through air ducting, see if you can see any victims.
Yeah, you can do that. You'll be crawling through the thingy for a little while, unless. Well, you are kind of goop, so you do solidify. So you can move at normal pace, I'd say. Because you just be like, I'll just move at normal pace. I can move as quickly as I want.
Yeah, you can fit through vent ducts.
Yeah.
I do got contortionist as a skill if you want it.
Well, you got the desolidified thing because
Yes, I do.
you've got goo body, so you can just be like, oh, I'm just gonna be a puddle on the floor. So you're just gonna sloop through there.
Yep.
Okay,
And
Tristan.
would you like perception?
Yes. Well, you'll be able to see people. By the time you get to this room here, that's room 235. You do notice someone kind of slumped over, unconscious, on the floor, and
Then just gonna drool out of the vent there and go check on him.
okay.
And hey, guess who actually has some kind of medical training? So see how responsive he is.
Okay.
He's died yet from smoke inhalation.
I mean, you've probably got a while once you fall unconscious, but you're on the floor then.
You'd be surprised. It depends on the kind of smoke and the heat and stuff. It's like if it's like black smoke and it's like in the thousands of degrees of Fahrenheit, they're dead. But not skills, medicine, anatomy. Oh boy,
It should be like a paramedics check.
do I have paramedics? No, I don't. I just have knowledge, medicine, and anatomy.
It might be an everyman's skill, is it?
Yeah, paramedics is an everyman skill. So you could just roll 3d6 and it's roll under 8. So it's pretty steep.
Since I don't have it as a skill, I don't.
Everyman. Considering the circumstances, like you just checked him for life, right?
Yeah, checking his pulse.
He's
and
alive.
response.
He's alive. But there's a fire in this room, so
Oh no. You know what? What's this wall here made out of?
This is an interior wall.
I already have plans that involve walls getting trashed, to be honest.
We just call that ventilation. Anyways, he's not going to take him into a vent or anything. So,
yeah,
like,
it's just so you can like inform people of there's someone here.
G's going to try and crash or try and break the wall out so he can get this guy out and ventilate the room.
Okay, so we're going to be using some environmental fun. So, what attack are you going to use to attack the wall with? Because
You know what I
seriously,
have?
fuck walls.
Let's see.
Actually, walls are very nice. They keep ceilings.
Don't I got blunt arms? I got a high strength and
You've
I
got
got...
blade and blunt arms. Blade arms could probably do a better job, I'm looking at. Because they do killing damage, not stun. They do more stun damage. But then again, only 2d6 as opposed to the 10d6 of blunt arms. So you could probably either use blunt arms.
He's trying to smash the wall out, not cut it out, so,
Yeah, like you could do something like a haymaker. The haymaker being...
Smash.
Oh, shit.
Ow. Fucking hell.
Oh, Ikky's dead.
Something's burning.
It's fire in his house.
Or if it's like my smoke detector, it just smelled booze.
I think that's actually his page.
Volunteer fire pager. Anyways, yeah, it's going to try and destroy out the wall here. So that's what, 10d6 worth of damage since you can't miss a wall?
Yeah, you can use, you can try and charge with a haymaker, which will take another turn to smash through the wall.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Haymaker, that's, a haymaker is where you take an additional phase to wind up an attack and do like 46 extra damage.
Yep, that's what he's going to do, just full body slam through this.
Isn't it half phase?
Alright, let me know when it's my turn again.
Okay. Oh, it's kind of like non-linear, but like, so roll the damage dice.
Motherfucker, hold tight.
Okay. So let's get back to Harp and Cerulean. What do you do? I mean,
Right.
Tristan can do stuff as well. I mean, he's kind of been stood up there.
I've got an idea to get rid of the fire at least.
Okay.
So it might be prudent to have him take my turn.
Okay, now that I'm done being bombarded with general messages, what would you like me to roll?
Just the damage, so that'd be 14d6 against the wall.
Oh my goodness, are you kidding me?
Well, yeah, that's how much.
Alright, Haymaker.
Okay. So yeah, what's your plan, by the way?
My plan is essentially to give an attack auto fire and area of effect,
Okay.
and then basically shoot a pair of cones using the auto fire. One to clear out this fire here, and one to clear out some of this fire here, using blasts of force to essentially like blow the fire out. It'll probably take out the walls as well, given the walls have been weakened by fire, but
Okay.
that's neither here nor there.
I was considering trying to like blow it out with my wings, but then I realized I don't have a flight tricks power skill.
I figure
So
blasts of force will be good enough.
Yeah.
Anyways, let me know when you want me to roll that.
Oh yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Do I need to roll to hit, considering I'm just blasting fire with waves?
With an AOE, not really.
Okay, in which case, this will be 66. And obviously I spent the quarter advantage on the AoE, because it's quite small AoE, and quarter advantage on auto fire to make it just a little bit more. So, yeah, okay, So to the top 3 fire tiles, and then to as many tiles below me as I can possibly affect.
Okay.
That's damage, blast, normal damage, not killing, which is literally force versus the fire's body.
Yeah. So let's see. That's 7 body from the first one, and 5 from the second one. That makes sense. Let me just check my body. Yeah, that'll be enough to start removing the fire. I assume you're doing it in the sort of localized area so you can make your way through.
Yeah, I'm trying to clear the way for the others as well. So, like, these 2 tiles would be a priority, and then as many of these tiles as I can possibly affect.
What's the range of your cone?
Yeah, let me just check and see what the actual AoE I've bought would be, because obviously AoE can come in a variety of flavors.
Yeah.
Collapse all bookmarks.
Your smash against the wall, however, I would like to say, is very powerful. You managed, but I'm not too. See, as a resident New Yorker, this is one of those like old style the apartment blocks. So, would you say they'd be made out of like concrete or the same sort of interior walls?
It'd be stone construction probably.
So it would be a stone wall for like the things separating the rooms, but you would have interior walls for.
Which would be drywall. It depends, what you see on the outside and what you get on the inside.
It's an 8-meter cone,
Okay.
so it'd be like.
But yeah, like the interior walls aren't stone, it's the exterior walls are stone. The interior walls are drywall and
That'd be
drywall.
yeah, I'll say it's the tougher sort of concrete wall, like the ones dividing the rooms. But inside there's, of course, the like interior walls, which are a lot cheaper and stuff like that. So you do manage to like blow this away, and you manage to absolutely smash through the wall. In fact, you make a good you make a good meter wide opening in the wall, which allows you to get to the window here. That's for Ikky, by the way, for Biomorph. What is the 3 there?
Seeing as how everybody's being a bit quiet at the moment, I'm just going to take the chance to say that Manticore is just going to move straight down the corridor, saying he'll start from the opposite side.
Okay.
Yeah, literally, like, that's why I was blasting the flames. I was trying to clear a path here.
So I'll probably end up moving to the end of the corridor and seeing the dude there on the ground.
Yep.
I'll start checking these rooms. I know there's no one in them, but
That could be. I may have not revealed them.
maybe. Who knows? Due diligence.
Yeah, you probably kick open that door, and there's this fire. Unfortunately, no one there.
Okay. Just gonna keep going.
236, or this one. You'd find no one inside. There's a bit of fire in there. 229, however, you would find there's a lot of fire in there. It looks like the starting point of the fire.
Oh. Do I notice anything out of the ordinary?
I'd say make a perception roll.
My perception is 12 minus. Damn it.
I'd say it'd be an easier check. So what you'd see is there's obviously been some kind of explosion here.
I'm gonna say I think something go boom here.
Yeah, something blew up. But yeah, there's a hole knocked through there. Fire's been cleared. Dude there, he's unconscious too.
Mm-hmm.
Just going to extract some people. I don't know if Manticore's the type to carry him out bridal style.
Yeah, I'm going to pick him up and shoulder him.
Fireman carry.
I'll then also look for a fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
What type of extinguisher is it?
Maybe one of those like generic ones like CO2. I think it's
CO2 canister.
I think that's the generic one.
CO2
CO2 or foam.
Something like that. Just say foamy CO2 stuff.
I'm gonna keep looking through doors. If I need to take damage, you can roll that. I mean, I wouldn't take any body because you said it's 2d6 and my resistant is 12, but I will take stun, so you should roll.
Yeah, okay. So 2d6.
I mean, I can take stun. It's not guaranteed.
You could
If you roll 2 or 3, yeah, I'm gonna take.
Yeah, you're gonna take stun from that. So that's 3 times that.
Minus 20. That's 16.
Yeah, so you will take a bit from that. Really, I'm just combining the fire damage as the smoke's affecting you as well. So yeah, it's pretty toasty.
That's a lot of damage. Just half to my stun.
Just put some flex tape on that.
I
Okay. Ikky, what are you gonna do? Oh well, actually not.
Well, I already. Wait, what am I doing right now? Or
How?
Okay, me. My plan was to move up after the others.
Yep.
Still kind of unaware of Uzi Boy because I haven't even been able to look into the room he's in. So I'd move up to here.
Yeah.
And then I'd probably proceed to do yet another AoE, though this time it would be a stylish, like on the spot, 3-meter sort of circle one. Though I'll purposely, put less power into it so it's only 2 meters because I don't want to clip
Okay.
my friend here. So I'll make it a 2-meter radius around me and do just a wave of force to try and knock these fires out.
Okay. Make a roll for it.
Pow.
Oof. 76 and body. Yeah, that'll be enough to sort of take out the fire.
Awesome.
Not to tank it. The fire does not tank it. Do this.
Okay. Where's the door into this room?
Just assume it's like center. So yeah,
Okay.
check there. No one inside.
Okay.
So what's at the far end of this corridor here?
This way.
No, this side here where the fire is.
That's probably just going to be another window over there. Really, there's like a room there as well. So
Yeah, I'm thinking. A recovery is a full phase thing, and I'm down on stun because I got heat blasted, let's say, by a lot of heat. So I'm gonna take a recovery. I'm not gonna go into that room.
That's a good point, actually. I should probably take a recovery soon because I have burned. Let's see.
yeah, I'll give you both a recovery. It's been more than 12 seconds. You take a.
Oh yeah, because post segment recovery for
Yep.
free.
Recovery.
9 endurance from my suit's power pool, and my suit has how much was it again? Let's see. Endurance for 40 endurance. Okay, yeah, I think I'll be all right.
Yeah.
So I suppose I'll meet up with these two and just ask if they've managed to find anyone else.
Okay.
Dude's going to need to move as well.
That got it on the ruler mode. There we go.
I'm just gonna say not yet.
Very to the point. Very to the point. So, you still got to clear out through there. Be other ways into the room, of course. So it is Probably gonna have a window. Or door.
Well, if there's a window here and a window here, I can just crash out and
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
There's me down there. You down there.
I'm going to assume that my attack roll doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I mean with a 6 that's easy to do it, and blast, you just break the glass.
Yeah.
Go
And
around.
I'm just
There's
gonna
no
look
one inside there. There's
Okay.
no one inside there.
Okay. If anyone else wants to take this room, or should I go?
Yeah, if you like to look inside there, you find there is someone in there.
Okay, I'll go there.
Injury access the character to there. Weird. Yeah, there's someone inside there.
I'll break the window.
Okay.
How much did they weigh?
Well, say 100 kilos.
Okay, that's enough. I can lift 100 kilos. And I'm gonna
That's
lift him. I'm gonna.
It's a hefty ball.
Actually, I'm gonna exit through the door because there's no fire.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He does weigh a lot, so you are struggling, but
Yeah, it's at my
Okay.
limit. For
yeah,
the-
exactly.
So I'll suppose I'll see Cerulean and just sort of put a hand out and say I need a hand with him.
She doesn't quite understand for a moment. Then it's like, yes. You can take him. She won't drop him. You'll have to.
Hope it does
Reach
a
out.
drop. Ikky, so how are you getting out with thingy? This man. There's a door down
Did I
there.
already say something about knocking out this corner wall hard as I can?
There's a window like this way, so you could drop down into the courtyard below.
Wow, that's way easier. Let me just do that instead.
Because you just break through the wall, you go through and drop down. You're out.
Yeah.
Take him to the emergency services.
Okay.
So I suppose
Well-
if
When he gets to emergency services, he's just gonna bolt because holy shit, what is this thing?
Hmm.
And then repel his way back inside.
And presumably start looking for the stuff he thought was here, like the evidence of that organization.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean that's a slim hope, but right now
Yeah.
Yeah.
right now there's like one person they found, so there's probably others.
Yeah.
Yeah, technically we should look for the rest of the building.
Literally
Yeah.
what I was planning to do.
With a quick sweep of the rest of the floor, though, you will find that you found all the people there. You know,
Alright.
find all the people there, and you will take, of course, you probably take them out and hand them over to the paramedics to do their job. You'll probably rendezvous like somewhere away from the situation because a group of powered people have turned up and solved an issue, and well, I suppose everyone's got questions for each other.
I mean, no, I want to stay in the burning building. Let's do it.
I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
you're around the local area because they're putting out fire. And then
No,
we get-
I want to stay here for the interior guys to get here and be like, what are these things?
Helena's obviously
Ectoplasm.
she's gonna stick around long enough to at least make a statement, and then she's gonna make it her mission to track down as many of these other strange people as she can, so she can get some goddamn answers.
Cerulean isn't even gonna like hide, but she's just gonna not directly talk to anyone. She's just gonna be around. If anyone spots her, she's just probably gonna wave at
Helena's
the
already
camera.
put two and two together and worked out that Cerulean can communicate and hear radio signals because of what she said when she first ran into her.
yeah.
So if she has trouble finding her, she's probably going to say, like, on a radio channel to no one in particular, like, I'm looking for you, like, I'm not going to hurt you, can you just show yourself so I can ask you some questions? So
You probably have to like do for several wavelengths that are unused because she basically channel surfs, as it were.
yeah, she's a scientist, or at least a technician, so she knows about scientific methods, so she would experiment, try different things, see
Yeah.
what works.
I mean, this is just really a good tool to like bring people together and sort of experiment with the powers. So you do know each other. You probably you have just met each other, and it would be well, conducive to probably talk to each other a bit to find out who each other is and like why are we doing this.
Why you do this?
Why you do this?
It's just a game. Why you have to be mad?
Yeah, I probably won't be sticking around after I've dropped those two guys off. I'll probably be making my way away.
Okay.
Well, you are wanted.
Are you at least going to introduce yourselves in some way?
That is a good question.
That's a very good question.
We were all just kind of in the same place without any real context or like need to stick together.
Yeah.
Helena's definitely going to introduce herself and definitely make a note of keeping an eye on these people because.
No, I'm not, because with a bit of digging, I'm pretty sure Harp's character could put two and two together.
Yeah, she probably.
Yeah.
So I'll probably just be getting the hell out of Dodge.
But yeah,
If you'd let me to roll a stealth to get away.
He'd probably just run.
No, I think G will introduce himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anyone introduces themselves, I'm gonna also give my name back.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you want, you can stay around till like after the fire's been cleaned up by the crew to do a little bit of forensic investigation.
Heck, I mean,
Sneak back in if you will.
the police wanted, Helena could actually help with her PDA to do the forensics.
If she's doing forensic investigation, she's sticking around for that.
In fact, I can even make a roll for it if you like.
Yeah.
Hey, now it works. Just had to install an OS update.
Okay.
Hello, friends.
It's your own fault for using Apple.
Actually, in this universe, there is no Apple. There's a company with a.
Is there a
there's no
pair?
Apple.
Yeah.
There's the Yo phone.
The Ona phone.
No, O phone.
I know.
Does it have a rival called Cyborg?
No. It's produced by some Silicon Valley company called Omega. That's why they call it the O phone.
They're villains. I'm joking.
Well, I mean, it's a Silicon Valley company, so they probably are.
Well, they are evil. Doesn't mean that they're villains.
Yeah, they are evil, but is it supervillain evil or Silicon Valley evil? Probably both. If anyone gets the sort of the tropes of this genre. But let's see. So after a while later, you can do a bit of investigation into it. Like you sneak back in when the coast is clear, run a few examination into room 229. There was some documents in this room. However, they've been kind of obliterated. Additionally, the explosive device seemed to be built to cause a fireball. So
this was definitely an arson.
yeah, it was definitely an arson done by someone to either cause a disturbance or destroy evidence. Most likely destroy evidence, because there isn't really much left in that room anymore. Anything that was made of like wood or paper is pretty much just gone. But still will be able to convene this information to everyone else. And Manticore would have probably run off to do whatever it is he does.
Avoid the cops.
Yeah, avoid the cops. Maybe go get a drink.
Be an A-team.
Yes.
If you can find me, maybe you can call.
As far as I'm concerned, like Helena's just she's gonna try and maintain contact with the ones who she can. Like,
So
things.
who's going to actually want to try and stay in contact with Helena?
G will, since he had interest in this building and, you know, an arson bomb kind of confirmed why he was already here.
Okay.
Obviously didn't give his real name, but
I'm doing this weird picking in my hair, so I should stop doing that. Good. So,
or swap back to New York City.
yeah, just head back in. And we'll,
Come on, D20 work for me.
I suppose Helena will try and arrange a meetup with whomever wishes to remain in contact. Although I don't know how you're going to do it. How are you going to do it? Meet up with everyone who wishes to be meeting up with?
It's modern day. We have smartphones. At least she has a smartphone. I know Helena has one. I'm not sure what Cerulean has.
Explain to them that she understands if they have reservations about like being too public about this kind of thing, and as a result, she's happy to have like a private chat room to keep in contact with them for
A
now.
WhatsApp message board.
Although she's basically like the main reason she wants to maintain contact is because she's going to warn them that as much as they're lucky that today, you know, a whole bunch of people with powers all came together who wanted to help, there's going to be just as many, if not more, people who want to use those powers selfishly. And as a result, they need to keep their eyes out and they need to be prepared because it's inevitable that they're going to come head to head with people who are stealing, killing, or doing something horrible with their powers.
And people who are more powerful?
It's possible. She doesn't want to contemplate that way.
Well, it's just the rules of life. There's always a bigger fish.
So, Harp, where did you say you were happy to try Ribs go away? Set up a meeting point for everyone?
Basically, like she's going to establish a private chat room so they can communicate with each other.
Okay.
It's like a
Ribs
WhatsApp room.
Yeah.
It's encrypted.
Obviously, use her what technological knowledge she has to make utterly sure that it's encrypted and isn't easily.
Oh yeah, like stuff today like WhatsApp is like you can take it from me. There are ways to make yourself virtually untraceable.
Yeah.
It's not impossible. It's like
Steps.
you know, really like the only thing that'll screw you over is if your group is compromised by any inside forces.
That or just like some kind of weird technomancer, but
Yeah,
Or it could
all the
take a
bullshit
psychic,
hacking.
because
I'm
my brain would be directly connected.
but yeah, there's a good way to do this. And I guess this is a good enough intro so far. Not much has happened. However, it is a decent start, and I can feel a lot of people wanting to go to bed. Maybe.
You know, I don't, but I'm not European.
yeah, I've got work tomorrow. I have a little more time that I can keep to myself, but nonetheless.
I'm going
Yeah.
on a holiday tomorrow, but no one's asleep yet, so everyone's gonna be knackered anyways.
Yeah,
and I'm not that tired.
Yeah. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna again since this is baby steps and we're all getting into this system, I haven't fully established everything yet. But what I will be doing next week is working on establishing a few more things, and I would recommend Yon. I believe, yeah, Yon. I would recommend. I mean, the great thing is about this is if you miss a session, you can watch it and know exactly what the fuck's going on.
Does it save my videos?
Right back, 1 second.
Yeah, I'm going to be up. It does save them, and I will be
Okay.
uploading them in I think 2 separate parts for this one.
Okay.
So you're gonna be able to watch all of our mistakes again, if you wish, and
That's
me
fine.
do all the cringy voices. Yeah, I haven't had much chance to establish too many characters, if at all. But rest assured, feel free to things will be moving along as people get more relaxed into it. I could tell like everyone was a little bit tense at first.
I'm a little because it was all kind of like thrown together.
Yeah,
Felt a little last minute.
it does feel a bit like that, but as soon as we start getting rolling, I think you'll all feel a bit more comfortable in working with the setting that I've been working on. Okay.
I'm
Okay,
fine
well-
either way. I'm easy.
Yeah, like I get it. It's a new system. I haven't played this game in years. Great game.
I've never played this game.
Real.
Yep. So we're just easing into it.
Though I've never played it for real, but I feel kind of like I could actually power game it, even though I've never played it.
Oh,
I've
this-
had to
this
make so
system
many
is
character
super
sheets
easy
over
to-
the years.
The whole point of this game is that it's stupidly easy to power game it. It's just that, the guy who's running the game vets everyone's sheets to make sure they don't.
Yeah.
It's kind of like unspoken rule where you make your characters cool, not broken.
There's
Because
what you can do. There's a power you can use to destroy the world with only like 5 power points, and
Or like
you can build a cosmic power pool that literally lets you have any power.
I think though that just because of how much body the Earth has, you can't feasibly make a single power that can destroy it.
No, you can't.
You can. It just takes fucking ages.
It's a 2d6 continuous gun.
Oh yeah, it needs to be a continuous thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And cost no endurance. But yeah, that's going to be it for now. For the first session of Project Vigil, and we'll be working on characters more. And good night.